Hi, welcome back to my lab. This is another aircraft indicator. This is an altitude alert. So this instrument permits to have an alarm when an altitude is achieved. There is also here an annunciator. This is a kind of altimeter coupled with a comparator. The threshold is set using these two knobs. Here there is a setting of the reference pressure. There is a dim knob here also. So there is an audible alert here. On the rear of the instrument there is an input static pressure here and a connector with 6 pins. This thing was built by Aero Mechanism Incorporated. The date code is August 71. So first let's open this thing to see what is inside. Okay, so first this is a buzzer. This is called Sun Alert. This was manufactured by Mallory. A voltage between 6 and 28 volts, 3 to 14 milliamp. So let's start with the electronic board, which is quite simple. So we have two Sprague capacitors here, made in Taiwan. And this is strange. As you can see, there are a few plastic dip ICs. So there is one LM324. There's another one actually. And this part is a quad op-amp. There is another one here. And the third one, difficult to read, is a CMOS logic IC. It is the CD4030. I don't know, this part is not common. And we have also a few transistors, one relay here. There are a few tantalum capacitors, standard parts. So there is also an TO99 here, an LM723. So we have seen several times this part in avionics instruments. Normally it is a linear voltage regulator, but it is often used for its voltage reference. And there are a few trimmers on this side. On the rear of this instrument we have the measurement of the static pressure inside this round block. And we can see that there are 3 terminals. This is probably a potentiometer. On the mechanical side you can see that we have one potentiometer here. So this one is used for the barometric pressure. It is mechanically linked to this baro set knob. The dim knob here is linked to this potentiometer. And there is an adjustment here. And we can see that we can access to this adjustment by removing this screw. But for that purpose we need to remove this knob. It is not very practical. And we can see that we have some rotary switches. There is one here. Okay, so this one is activated when there is a change on the leftmost digit here. Otherwise there is this rotary switch also. This rotary switch is activated when the middle digit here is changed. And there should be another one for the rightmost digit. The last one is here. So there are 3 rotary switches which permits to have an encoding of this altitude. The main function is to compare the output of the pressure here to a voltage which depends on the position of these two knobs. And then the output of the comparator should activate the audible alert here. So let's have a look maybe on the pressure sensor. So there is a date code here, 84. Okay, so let's have a look on this static pressure transducer. Okay, so let's open this thing. It is a little bit difficult because there should be an O-ring. Okay, this thing is very simple. As expected, there is a potentiometer which is here. So this thing should work. I don't see any failure on this. Maybe I don't know the potentiometer. It has a strange shape, but it is maybe normal. The track seems a little bit damaged. Actually, this potentiometer doesn't seem to work. The contact between the wiper here and the track is random. Sometimes there is a contact, sometimes there is not. So it seems difficult to make it work. Generally, this potentiometer is a wire-wound potentiometer in order to have a high reliability, but this one seems to have a carbon track. The reliability is not very high with this kind of potentiometer. So for the test, I will replace this sensor by a potentiometer. I have measured the value of 15 kilo ohms. So I will replace with the 10K potentiometer and I will try to make it work. This is the electronic board. I'm trying to find the power supply input. We can see that we have one diode here. The cathode of this diode is connected to this track, which is also connected, you can see, to the anode of these two diodes here. And this line is connected to one pin of this connector. And also the anode of this diode is connected to the negative terminal of this capacitor. So it seems that the input voltage should be an AC voltage, probably 26 volts AC, and this voltage is rectified in order to give a positive and a negative voltage. The filtering capacitors are these ones, 100 microfarads, 50 volts. We can see that there are also two linear diodes here. So let's have a look. Okay, so we have this resistor is connected to the anode of this diode, to the negative unregulated voltage. So probably this one is connected to this inner diode, okay. And this is the ground, obviously. And this one is a negative power supply rail. This track here, you can see. This one is different. So this one is maybe connected to the ground. Okay. So we have one op-amp with a negative rail connected to the ground. This is this one, and the other one is connected to a negative power supply provided by this inner diode and this resistor. Okay, but the positive power supply should be common. Okay, so it is clear that the power supply input should be 26 volts AC. Okay, so the ground is obviously this track here. It is connected to the negative side of this capacitor and the positive of this one for the negative power supply. So we should find the ground. Yes, it is connected to this black wire here. Okay, so this black wire is connected to the potentiometer, so we should have another one, okay, which is yellow. The yellow wire should be the ground on this connector. Okay, so the yellow is the ground, and the AC power supply should be that line here. Okay, this is this one. So we have found the power supply inputs, which are terminal C and D. D is the ground. I have connected a potentiometer of 10K in place of the pressure transducer. Sometimes the buzzer is on, but I don't know exactly. It is very strange. I will stop there with this instrument. Unfortunately, this thing doesn't seem to work. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.